Hello, with cars and coffee in the morning here. Very early in the morning. Put an LS in that thing.
Hell yeah.
On this episode, we're going to be working on some upholstery projects and hopefully starting the floor. We're expecting some pretty rough weather coming in this week. There's a tropical blob coming our way. Now, I'm not sure what exactly they mean by a blob. It's not exactly a tropical storm, it's a tropical blob. That, of course, got me thinking about that 1960s movie for the Steve McQueen about the blob. So I've been thinking about that all day long, so I'm going to have to watch that tonight. But anyways, I got some stuff to do, so come along. So doing a boat headliner is actually pretty simple. First thing you got to do is lay out what you're going to do here. So you want to go and draw yourself a pretty good map. This is pretty simple as it's pretty much just shaped like a hot dog. But you want to take a measure in between each individual bow. Now you want to go ahead and number them front to back first, because they are, in most cases, going to be all individual. And this thing, they're all the same because it's, you know, just a submarine of some sorts. So our first order of business is to remove all of the bows and make sure they're numbered, because they actually are all, well, on this car maybe not so much, but they are shape specific to the location. So if those get screwed up, then we get screwed up from the get-go. Install here. So we are stupid wind. Left-handed tape measure. 55, so that is going to be 27.5, which is already marked. Right there. Okay, bow number 1. Okay, so draw yourself a map of what this looks like.
You want a fucking turtle shell?
Yeah, turtle shell, exactly.
Okay.
So from this bow to the windshield, we need 24 inches of fabric. So after you get everything all numbered up, then you want to measure in between each individual bow. Now it's best to measure one at the screws where it mounts to the side, and then measure to the center to make sure they actually are the same. Depending on the car, they might have a curve in the panel, or they might be straight. In this case, it's simple and they're all straight. It's just 17, 17, 17. Then you want to make sure you have enough overage on the sides and on the ends to have enough room to pull and get everything nice and tight. So it's got to be longer from here to here, and yet here to here, because this piece will actually come down to about this department here, staple across there, and then staple all the way across there. So this piece is going to have to be, we'll just make the back piece 24 inches. That way we got plenty of wiggle room. We'll have to make a panel that goes here. Whatever was there was gone, so maybe I'll make an aluminum panel that curves that, and then we can skin it with fabric. Then there's a little shelf that comes out here, the top of this here. So we'll maybe have that go straight to the back. Not sure yet, I'll have to play with that. And this will be the floor height, which has got to be high enough to clear the rear end. So we lost a little bit of space, but not a whole lot. Alrighty, that wasn't that painful. Got all the rods out. Got them all numbered. So I'm gonna make sure those go back in. So before I try to stick them in, I'll find the center of each one and move the tape to the center portion. That way it'll be easier to center up in the fabric and kind of keep me on pace here. So the next course of action is to go inside and scrape the crud off the roof, which is going to be oh so pleasant, and install some insulation. This is the insulation I'm going to use. This is like a double-sided bubble wrap type of insulation. I use this a lot at work. It's quite effective. It's got a good R rating and it's super light. So just a little spray adhesive and it works quite well. The thing about it that works well is it's real light. So when you glue it up into your ceiling, if it happens to fall off and lands on your headliner, it's not going to be a problem. Now, there's also like this here, which is like the kill mat, or it's basically a rubber membrane with aluminum on it. It comes in various different brand names. It's really just roofing materials, nothing that special. But if you use this on the roof, especially when you live here in the hot ass hell of Texas, it could fall off, and if this is pretty heavy, if it lands on top of your headliner, you're going to see it. And the only thing you can do is cut the headliner to pull this out. So, not really recommended for the hottest of climates. The bubble wrap is bueno. And this stuff ain't too bad. It was, I think, $60, and this is I don't know, like 133 square feet. So this will do the entire car probably twice. So plenty of space and not too horrible on the budget because I'm a cheap ass. Guess I need to remake that. Alright. I know all this looks like rust, but it's actually brown primer. So it's going to be just fine. Out of sight, out of mind. Alright, now that I got all my pieces cut, it's time to start gluing them up in there. Just using regular high-strength 3M, all-purpose glue here. So just spray both sides and stick it on up there, and we're just about rolling. Of course, luckily there's lots of wind, so I won't be, huffing in the car here. Plenty of ventilation. And I know it seems strange that I'm working on a headliner when I don't have a floor, but Laura wants to work on the headliner, so that's what we're going to do. Anything that keeps her motivated is okay with me. I mean, I work on it every day, so it doesn't matter. I'll just chip through it. And while you weren't looking, I did manage to get all the fuel lines in. I ran up to the front there, so that's done. Brake lines are in, and everything else is ready to cover up the floor. This is also a good time to make sure your dome light electrical is intact and in good shape. Once you put the headliner in, you are 100% screwed. So, one chance. Pulling out all this ancient tack strip. This stuff is actually paper. It's absolutely disintegrating, which I guess you probably can't see. So I'm gonna have to replace all that wood. but it's all up along here in the crevices, so it has something to staple to the headliner, so never ending. So this here is the new tack strip. This is a 1/2 inch by, was that 3/16? It's like a hard rubber. So I'm gonna go install that in all the tracks. That will go up and replace all here. Gotta do that all there, and then all along the top and everything else. This stuff is just, it's just dry rotted and crunchy, so. And with that, I think I'm going inside. Storm's rolling in, and you know, I think I've enough of this crap for the day. So sticking with our color scheme here, with the greens, the vinyl, and the velvet. Can you please get the hell off my fabric, dumbass? Come on. Beat it. I'm working here. So I'm laying this out on my tile floor here to use as a sort of a square or a grid to help line up and cut the fabric. I'm gonna break out the little Mighty Singer here for this velvet. So the first panel we sewed together, we did not realize that velvet is directional, and as you can see, we sewed them the wrong way. So if you walk around this thing, it actually changes colors as you move along. So clearly that's not going to work. I'm going to have to go ahead and redo that one. So the new panel put together, you see, actually flows correctly. So now that we got that sorted out, the next thing we want to do is measure 17 inches back from our seam we have here to where our next seam is going to be. And then we have to add 1 inch that we're going to take and fold over into a loop, and that will be the next loop for the next bow. Something like this.
You're not listening to me.
No. So this here is the beginning of our layout for the door panels. And these here are my new scissors because Laura's got left-handed scissors, and even though I'm ambidextrous, they'll be damned if I could use those things to save my life. So I need to upgrade to a pair that'll actually cut something. But on a side note, so this here is the rear door. You know, so we'll have green vinyl goes around with the patterned inlay there. And then these here, I'll get that apart there. These here will be the front and rear doors, which same thing. It'll have inlay, then it'll have I don't know how you call it. Ruching, I guess she calls it. The velour down here, or velvet. There we are, velvet. The patterned up here. Cut around for where the door metal is. This will all be painted green metal flake here. So, gonna get these things cut out. So that way Laura can stay busy with the upholstery stuff while I'm working on other actual car stuff here. So, I'll get these cut out and keep her moving. All right, so she's got the headliner all sewn together here, so I'm going to lay it out and install all the bows here. All right. And this is by far the longest headliner I've ever done. This thing is huge. This thing should be a good time to install. Hopefully I can get this thing landed in there tomorrow. Which, yeah, I know I should be working the floor before I work on the headliner, but hey, whatever makes Mom happy makes me happy. Plus, she knows where I sleep, and I'm kind of afraid of her. Yeah, this thing is huge. Well, there's Laura's creepy Gothic grandfather clock that she put together. Yeah, loads of joy over here. Nothing spooky at all. This is actually pretty cool. She did this a couple of years ago. It's actually got a inlay of the girl from the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland balancing over that alligator. You know, complete with a gargoyle, of course, to keep you safe. Nothing spooky around here. We're all right. All right, so with getting all my bows laid out here, you can see I've got a lot of extra on here. So I'm going to slide each bow through and then trim the fabric back here until it's about in this area here on each bow. That way I got room to staple, it'll fit in here, and everything is going to be nice and tight. First thing I need to do though is find the center of the headliner. And then I'll mark each bow where the center is, and I'll actually just put this piece of tape in the center so that way I can feel it through the fabric and it'll line up correctly, and that'll make everything smoother going together. Or hopefully at least a little less cumbersome. It's a lot to wrestle with here. So I just marked everything with a little chalk mark there. Now I'll start laying all the bows in.
Too late. Too late.
Too late for what?
To film anything.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I'm doing a little ruching panel for the door panels. So I'm just putting a stitch at the top so it'll be easy to lay into the little area of the door panel.
So the blob has shown up, and it's a bit of a rain out today, so we're going to waste a little time and head up to a little town called Cameron to look at some potential properties. So come along and waste some time. Well, as soon as Maria Andretti shows up here, we can get going. Go straight. Plumb middle of nowheres.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere. But that's why I like it.
Yes.
What, bro, we're like out here. Look at, there's like nothing.
Yes, absolutely. Perfect time for the colonoscopy. Just give you a little peek.
Oh, railroad tracks. Oh, well, this looks like shit. Shit. More shit. Honey buckets. Shit. Honey buckets. Shit.
Looks like it. At least it's consistent. Oh, road construction.
Dollar General. Larger than life. Babe, this is why I can't just live in some little fucking shit ass town.
Yeah, I think people who live here don't want to live here.
But I need an HEB. This is unacceptable.
For you non-Texans, the HEB is the grocery store. The greatest grocery store in the world, by the way.
In the world. No, literally. It once you have shopped there, all other grocery stores pale in comparison. Like, it's not even a thing. Oh my God. What is that house? What is that?
Well, hold up. Yeah, I know. Heaven forbid she stopped the car so we could video it, but...
There's a truck behind me. You're gonna have to wait.
Use your imagination.
When I go back the other way, we'll all stop. This is beautiful. Look at the squirrel. That's a fucking great house, though.
That is a huge house.
Yeah, it is.
Enclosed porch, both front and the side. Good sized property. Drive around the other side.
You mean the back?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Great trees.
It's an acre. This is all their property.
Right. This is one of those things where somebody came and bought the house and spent a bunch of money redoing it, and now it's worth 3 times more than anything else in town. This is what we call a poor financial decision. So, waste of an hour and a half drive.
Is it a waste though? I mean, we're not working. It's an adventure.
Right.
It's an adventure.
So now the next goal is to find the local watering hole and have some refreshments and figure out how the hell to go.
That's the easy part.
And maybe an antique store.
That is an impressive home.
Well, that's what we're looking for. Dilapidated and creepy.
Somebody's working on it. Look, they painted just the bottom.
Oh, the fish scallops. I mean, yes, that would be ideal. Leave it just as
Oh
it is.
yeah, look at the garage. Yeah, somebody's doing a number. Look, there's another one. All right, so we are in this little town called Cameron, checking out another house. We didn't make an appointment. We're not going to go in. This is kind of a drive-by. I still have my heart set on the house in Taylor, but here's the current situation. It is owned by a company that helps people when you're older and you need to settle your estates and things like that. And they have all these lawyers and, you know, they have to follow all these rules. So they took it off the market to try and regroup and figure out a better price, maybe actually fix a few things in the house, and have the gardeners go out there and clean it all up because it's a mess. And then they're going to relist it. They're not in any hurry. This is just a bunch of attorneys, and apparently this is only one of a couple different properties that this woman owns. And so they're not really in any hurry, which for us is kind of a good thing, because the way that the market is and the interest rates, if they want to sit on it, we'll sit on it too, because it's kind of slow goings everywhere. So I can wait. I'm a patient person. I still have my heart set on that, but we always keep our options open. So we're looking at this town and another house, but I can tell you right now, just driving through this town, it's gonna be a hard pass for me. Doesn't matter how amazing the house is, because nobody wants to come to a town that doesn't have a decent grocery store or a Target or a hotel. How about that? Because this is kind of a bummer. Yeah, so far, no good.
There's your creepy house.
No, that's a dilapidated house, sir. That's not
that thing has murder written all over it.
the murder house.
Murder. Wow, look at that thing. County courthouse.
Look at that. Fucking ghost town. Look at nothing.
Oh,
all
yeah.
empty.
I'll buy this whole block and do nothing with it.
I'm gonna go. Well, this is facing us, so nobody can see. You can turn the camera around.
What are they gonna watch? You driving?
So that's an antique store.
And it's open.
No. Tuesday through Saturday. Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll go in there.
Looks like a castle.
The First Girls Tomato Club. Am I reading that right?
Right.
Tomato Club.
The Tomato Club, interesting. There's too many trees to see, really, but it's a castle. I think this was the county jail. Yes, so this was the county courthouse, and it does indeed have a trap door in the tower, specifically for hangings. And an old ass log cabin here. Yeah, she has left me, but never permanently. Oh yeah, that's her driving away. I don't know where the hell she's going. Oh, well, thanks for coming back.
Welcome. You said you were gonna walk around. I said it was raining.
Well, I walked around this building. That looks like the building from Back to the Future. starting to rain. Did you find anything?
Not in there, but I'm going that way. All the pepper shakers that you had to have.
Hey, I like those. So we were chit-chatting with the locals, and now we're going to go over to an estate full of hot rods and tools and cars and magical stuff.
Oh my God.
The things dreams are made of.
Your dreams.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This town ain't so bad after all.
Please. Oh, that's because you don't have a seatbelt on.
I'm a rebel.
A loner. Dottie. Do you own this building?
Yes.
Wow. What are you going to do with it? Go that way.
This is the key.
Look at all the lanterns.
It's actually not that bad a shape.
I have one title. I'm not sure which bike it's to. He wrote it from California where he got off to here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's quite the collector. Military or something?
Yes, because being retired makes you young, which is why we should do it now. So anyways, that is a veritable gold mine of magic in there. And I just bought 6 Lambrettas, 1950s. So I'm excited about that. Not that I need any Lambrettas, but I have them now.
Nobody needs a Lambretta. But apparently...
No, I own 6 of them.
Oh. And anyways, the building, this is the coolest building ever. It's like an old furniture building.
Yeah, like
I don't know, but it's
store,
the
like
biggest. There's so much stuff in there. It's insanity.
Yeah, we came to look at the dump house, but now I want to buy the building.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
All right.
Anyways, carrying on.
Carrying on. Look at this old building. Right here.
Yeah.
Find him.
All right, this town's kind of growing on me already.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Not that much, like mold. It's pretty good though.
There are some really cool buildings here. Oh, look at that.
So with Laura working on the interior stuff, I went ahead and ordered my paint for all the dashboard and the door panels and all that good stuff. So let's see what they've done brung. That is some hell of packaging. No stickers? Whatever. Sometimes the sticker is the best part. That there, some Ace of Shades. Custom paint for custom people. That's me. Let's see here. Metallic base, which no. Well, that's a kind of a crappy reveal, and they don't show the color. Is a metallic green to go with the upholstery for the dashboard and all the interior pieces. So she's going to start prepping that, now, and hopefully we'll get that painted before too long, weather permitting, of course. That's right. She's just about to get a lot cooler.